What's up, sports world? Y'all know what it is, man. Look here. We got the Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio, WDAP TV. Y'all already know who I am. Andre the Source Robinson, the fire starter, is in the building. And of course, I got my guy, Mr. Friday Night Lights himself, Mr. Alphabets. Marcus the Alphabets is in the building. What up, Marcus?
What's good, man? People up here like, man, you and Dre, y'all don't do no shows together no more, man. We trying to get y'all together. And look, man, we're here. So you be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you just might get it. So we're here, man. We're gonna break some stuff down. Get y'all's asses up in here, man. We got some stuff to discuss, man. Get up in here.
Let's go, folks. It's a beautiful Monday. I would call this Monday Night Madness, but I got a surprise for y'all. And it goes a little something like, once you have one, you can't stop. When you have one, so you're going to get two shows today, by the way. I just wanted to put that out there. You're going to get a Rise Up late night later on tonight as well, because I'm feeling like this is the season of giving. Thanksgiving, by the way. How was your Thanksgiving, Marcus?
Man, I just chilled, man. I stuffed my face and hung out with friends and family and just football all day, man. We had three games on Thanksgiving, and I did a coffee talk on Thursday morning. So I got up and did a show and just relaxing, man. Thanksgiving, it's just food and football, man. For me, that's what it is. So it was pretty nice.
Appreciate it. I'm glad that I can vicariously live through you, because Marcus the Alphabets, it is Monday, December 2nd, and I still have not seen a Thanksgiving plate at all. By the way, just want to put it out there. I was working on patrol all week, folks. And finally, I get some off time, and I still ain't seen a plate. So if y'all got a plate, some eggnog, some beans, greens, tomatoes, rams, yams, hogs, dogs, the chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it. I'm living vicariously through you, because I don't know how any of that tasted. I have no idea how any of that tasted, by the way. So let's start off right off the jump. Marcus, usually we would go on a scroll patrol, but I'm about to start breaking these shows up differently. I'm going to give you a preview. One of the shows is going to be Scroll Patrol. The other show is going to be a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask about all the sports, and then we're just going to talk about it. So one is going to kind of be like highly questionable. The other one's going to be, we going on a Scroll Patrol. Marcus.
Yes, sir.
Is Joshua Allen the MVP of the league right now? Let's start this show off with some fire. Let's get it going.
Look, generally MVP goes to quarterbacks a lot of times, but we have seen some scenarios where running backs have exceptional years. I think the last running back to win the MVP was Adrian Peterson. That was his 2,000-yard campaign. Me personally, now Josh Allen, he's not leading the league in anything. Passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing, that would be all Lamar Jackson. So for me personally, and I know I'll get some heat rounds for this, I would go with Saquon Barkley. He's on pace to break Eric Dickerson's record. It's like damn near 40 years old. For me personally, I would go with Saquon Barkley because of how historic his pace is. I don't believe that the Philadelphia Eagles would be, 10-2 right now if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley. We've seen the Philadelphia Eagles start off fast and then fade later on down the year. And with him, he gives them another dynamic to what they do. Power football. He's a game breaker. And yesterday we watched them head to head versus the Ravens, him and Derrick Henry, and he outplayed Derrick Henry last night. So for me personally, but I might be a little bit biased. I mean, former running back, I would have to go with Saquon Barkley. But if somebody said Josh Allen, I wouldn't argue too much.
Mark the alphabet.
Yeah.
Can I ask you this, just for the sake of conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would it take for Saquon Barkley to be the MVP of this league?
Well, I just think that, look, we seen kind of a same scenario last year with Christian McCaffrey, what he was doing last year. They don't really like giving the MVP award to running backs. They just don't. And I understand that, but what Saquon Barkley's doing, considering, for many years, let's not forget, Saquon Barkley and Josh Allen were in the same draft class, that 2018 draft. Saquon Barkley went number 2 overall. And for a lot of years, because he played with the dysfunctional New York Giants, yes, I said it, the New York Giants are dysfunctional, we didn't view him as the elite player that he was. He never had a rushing title. He never really got to play in any meaningful games because he had Daniel Jones as his quarterback. Okay. Now you see him with a nice supporting cast, and this guy is running wild. He is head and shoulders the best running back in the league right now. Not Christian McCaffrey. Even what Derrick Henry's doing this year is Saquon Barkley. 70-yard running, rushing touchdowns. But I think, without a doubt, if he were to break Eric Dickerson's record, we talked about this a little bit. Eric Dickerson's record has been set, it's been, very elusive for close to 40 years. If he breaks that record or comes very close to it, hits 2,000 yards. Look, there's only been 8 men that have ran for 2,000 yards in a season. He's on pace to shatter that record. If he breaks that record in a passing league and a running back rushes for 2,000 yards, you got to give it to Saquon Barkley. Got to give it to him. You got to be at least the best in your position. Right now, Josh Allen, he doesn't lead the league in anything. And look, it is a stats award. Make no doubt about it. It is a statistical award. But Josh Allen's playing great ball. This play that you have up here on the screen will probably be on ESPN Play of the Year as a finalist or the actual winner. It was an incredible play, to throw a touchdown and then catch a touchdown all in the same play. But I just think what Saquon Barkley's doing, with the running backs that they've recently had, the LeGarrette Blunts and the Jay Ajayis and the Miles Sanders, all of these guys that they've had, Saquon Barkley gives them a whole nother dimension, and they play a physical smash mouth type football style, and you got to give him the shot.
Who's going to go to the goal line and get it?
Y'all stop throwing snowballs at people too.
Yeah.
By the way.
So, mark of the alphabets. Josh Allen is the first to run, receive, throw touchdowns in the game. Absolutely, he is. Give him his respect due, obviously, for what he has done. Now, here's what I'm going to say to all Bills Mafia fans. Shout out to the Bills Mafia. It's looking real good for y'all this year. It's looking real good. But I'm not about to sit here and buy. And I'm going to tell you that it was only 2 people that I've heard this from, by the way. 2 people. And I'm going to give these 2 people they respect right here on the show right now. One is Jennifer Frederick. I give her props right now. Jennifer Frederick told me that the Bills was going 14-3. I said, absolutely not. She said they're going 14-3. Andre, watch these Bills. I said, absolutely not. I said their basement is 9-8 and their ceiling is 11-6. I said their ceiling is 11-6. Well, folks, right here on the show, I can admit that sometimes it's a good thing to be wrong, I guess, right? because the Buffalo Bills are definitely winning 13 games this year. No question. If you think that the Buffalo Bills, with the easiest schedule after Detroit, is not winning 3 games, you're out of your mind. Absolutely crazy. With this style of football that the Bills are playing, you're not. Number one. Number two, Justice General, shout out to you, sir. You were talking that same 14-3 talk. The only thing about Bills Mafia fans that I'm just not going to buy is I ain't buying that you MFers, you lovely mother people from the 716, believe that the Bills was going 10-2 right now. I don't believe it. You ain't going to get me to believe it. I ain't buying it. You can sell me horse piss and tell me it's ginger ale all you want, and I do. That shit.
I'll say this though, Torch. Look, you don't get credit. I'm going to say this because some fan bases, and I'm not singling anybody out, some fan bases say the same thing every year. We're going 14-3. We're going 14-3. We're going 14-3. We're going 13-4. We're going. Look, if you say it for 20 straight years, eventually you'll be right. But let's keep it a buck. And this is the hard pill to swallow here, because we like to live in reality land here. It doesn't matter what your regular season record is. I understand the excitement of going on. Y'all are making snow angels and all of that stuff. And I'm not raining on anybody's parade. You're a fan and you always want to see your team do well. But we've seen this with Buffalo. We've seen them, what's this, 6 years in a row winning the AFC East? 6 years in a row? 6 years in a row?
5 years in a row.
5 years. We've seen this. And we've seen you for the past 3 years get eliminated in the divisional round of the playoffs. So at this stage here, this is the flow. These are the expectations for you to be playing well in the regular season. Now, let me ask you this. Would you rather be 10-7 and go to the wild card and go to the Super Bowl, or would you rather be 14-3 in the regular season to get bounced in the second round of the playoffs? Not saying that that'll happen, but you have to understand, once you've locked up the division. Now the balancing act, Torch, is, do we still play people? Do we risk it? Do we try to overtake the Kansas City Chiefs as the number 1 seed to try to get home field advantage in the playoffs? You've had home field advantage. You've had, won the division, had home games, and lost at home to the Kansas City Chiefs last year, to the Cincinnati Bengals 2 years ago. So for me, just, while it's exciting, and I know the whole town is jumping up and down, and y'all making snow angels and throwing snowballs and all of that stuff, it really doesn't matter unless you have some sustained success in the playoffs. And I think most people would agree with that. People who are realistic with that, I think that's what they would say. You still have the aura of the Kansas City Chiefs lingering over you, and I don't give a damn about you beating them in the regular season. That's great. It's cute. But until you exercise the demon, not exercise like an exorcism, exercise the demon of the Kansas City Chiefs, all of this stuff is for naught. Sorry.
So now, with all that being said, and there's a lot of truth in what you just said. What I was just about to tell you a minute ago is, Bills Mafia fans, I don't believe y'all. If y'all try to tell me y'all thought the Bills was going 10-2, I do not believe you. The last time the Bills went 10-2 is when. Put it in the comment section right now. Tell me when the last time the Bills went 10-2. Got to give them they love, props, respect. They doing their thing. Joshua Allen, to me, is the MVP, and I'm about to tell you why in a minute, in 30 seconds. As soon as I see some comments in there that say when the last time the Buffalo Bills went 10-2. The last time they went 9-2 was 92. Tell me when they went 10-2 the last time. Now, I'm going to tell you why Joshua Allen, and pay very close attention, Marcus, the alphabets, to why Joshua Patrick Allen is the MVP right now. Number one, the Buffalo Bills lost Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Trey White, and many others, by the way. A lot of folks said Joshua Allen was overrated. and a big turnover machine. All those minimums, and I would say minuses, all those minimums, because those bring your team down some when you lose all those players, is the reason why a lot of the minute minimum minuses that the Bills had people thinking that this was a rebuild year for the Buffalo Bills. Well, it just hasn't been that way at all. In fact, Josh Allen only has 5 interceptions this year after 12 games. Josh Allen is still in the top 5. He doesn't have to be leading in any statistical category, but the one that matters most to me. And the one that matters most to me is the direction in which your team is in. How many people thought that the Bills would be in this direction with Keon Coleman? Because mind you, Amari Cooper just came a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, who he has made a target, who looks better than he ever looked before in any other team, by the way. And I'm talking about in confidence and everything else. Leadership, phenomenal. Give Josh Allen his props due. Offensive line is playing a whole hell of a lot better. James Cook's yards, his all-purpose yards, are looking more meaningful than last year when he was number 2 in the league in rushing. Last year, Josh Allen accounted for 83% of the Buffalo Bills scoring last year and did not win the MVP. Josh Allen, besides the hype that everybody had and all the disdain that they had for the team because of all these minimums minus minute situations that was going on, they're sitting right here at 10-2, and they beat the Chiefs, which I know Marcus said don't count in the regular season. I agree 110% with that. But they're the only team to beat the Chiefs this year. Josh Allen has not one play of the year, but he has 2 plays of the year. Mind you, media quoted that we didn't. If you watch primetime football, when Josh Allen ran on 4th and 2 to put the game away against Kansas City, what they say, Marcus? The play of the year, right? The play of the year. You heard them. What they say last night? Oh my God, Josh Allen's the first to rush, receive, and throw touchdowns. Play of the year. I just showed it to you. It's right there. Unless Saquon Barkley breaks record Eric Dickerson had. To me, I should not hear any more talk about Lamar Jackson's team, who's 8-5, who lost to 3 divisional leaders, by the way. He's lost to 3. After the Eagles bust that ass yesterday, mind you, Lamar Jackson is the king of beating NFC teams. But for some reason, I don't know what it is about that NFC East. I mean, the NFC East have won Super Bowls against Tom Brady, and they also beaten Lamar Jackson twice. Daniel Jones got to win on Lamar Jackson, and now Saquon Barkley does too. And by the way, Saquon Barkley is the only player in the NFC to beat Lamar Jackson twice. All those things, to me, sound wonderful, but we all know that this is a quarterback's award. Mm-hmm. Until you do something amazing, like Eric Dickerson's record, this one is easy. It's Joshua Patrick Allen who's MVP. Because when you put Saquon on the Eagles last year, who went to the playoffs and won 11 games last year, you would say that you would see the Eagles being better. when you take away everything that you took away from Josh Allen's team, you would have thought Josh Allen would have done worse.
Okay. Well, my counter argument to that is, how are the Giants doing right now without Saquon Barkley?
Boo boo, straight boo.
Okay. So that's my counter argument.
And that's a good one.
He's
And
all
guess
that they.
what?
He's all that they had.
I like it.
He's all that
But
they
I
had.
think they
So
still
you're
would have been
seeing
goofy
now,
with it.
it wasn't Daniel Jones. The only reason that the New York Giants were halfway decent was because of Saquon Barkley. Without him, they're picking number 1 overall. So you also have to look that he's on a new team, and you're seeing the effect that he's having with the Eagles. The Eagles were 10-0 last year, right? They were 10-0 last, and then they fell off a cliff. They're not going to do that with him, because what he gives them is a dynamic, physical nature to their game. I like DeAndre Swift. He's an upgrade over DeAndre Swift, who left and went to Chicago. They had Miles Sanders, his teammate at Penn State. He ain't doing nothing. He's third string on the Carolina Panthers. Third string behind Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks. He can't get on the field. He's been a healthy scratch. So my counter argument to you is, look at what Saquon Barkley, when you put some things around him and he doesn't have to carry the entire franchise, look at what he's doing. Look, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a former running back, and I think what Saquon Barkley is doing, and to have a head-to-head against a guy who they compare him to. The 2 best running backs right now, the 2 rushing leaders, are Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. And Saquon Barkley outplayed him last night. He played against the MVP. And he played against the MVP, the reigning MVP, and the leader, the guy who up to last night was in the front, a front runner for the MVP, and they played. And last night he looked better than Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Let's not forget, Josh Allen got his ass kicked by Lamar Jackson, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, so that's my counter argument. Not taking anything away from Josh Allen. Josh Allen's playing very well, but you ain't leading the league in any stats: passing yards, rushing yards, completion percentage, QBR, nothing.
It's top 5.
I don't care. I don't care. When you're getting,
you gotta be number 1. You gotta be numero uno.
Okay. So what about a guy like Joe Burrow, who's out there putting up all of these numbers and stuff like that, and he's losing because his defense is boo-boo? Or what about Lamar Jackson, who's playing very well? He doesn't have a bunch of turnovers, and his kicker can't make extra points. As the worst kicker in the league statistically right now. Is that on Lamar Jackson?
Well,
he's what he's supposed to do.
So let me read some of these comments first. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I wanted to do that. I know we in here deep. I appreciate you. Make sure you like and share. By the way, the call line number is 716-954-5209. You can call in. Let me hear your thoughts, all that. Let me read your messages. Jay Renard started off by saying no way. And I know there was comments before this, but we will get to those. By the way, if you just tuning in too, there will be a Rise Up late night tonight as well. All right, there will be a Rise Up late night, because I know for a fact I'm not getting through all this on the Rise Up Unlimited radio show, by the way, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. Not going to get through all this today on this show, but I will tonight. All right, Jay Renard said, shh, pipe down. Oh, DJ Nicholshaw said, shh, pipe down, Jay Renard. The Buffalo Bills are running the table. The Buffalo Bills won't do it, said Jay Renard. Dwayne, what up? Marcus Herring, what up? Bills. Jay Renard said the Bills equal Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
okay.
No, I don't agree.
Josh, men's season MVP, Super Bowl MVP. We smacked the Chiefs on the way. William Bombard is in the building. What's good, Marcus Herring? There's no balancing act. The goal is to be 1-0 every week. Doesn't change. Too many haters out there. Some of y'all doubters. I miss Von Miller so much, but love watching him still kicking butt. Good job, Buffalo. Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Marcus. That's what Jay Renard said. 1991 was the last time. Absolutely. What happened in the past doesn't matter right now. Those teams are different from this one. That's why you play the game one at a time. K Marie, what up? Shout out to you. Eric Mantuck, what up? Shout out to you. Prayers, my brother. Prayers. Prayers going out to you. I got a caller on the call line, but guess what, caller? Let me read these messages. Let me read these messages. I see you on the call line. Let me read these messages, bro, real quick, and I'll get right to you. No one cares, Torch. I didn't think we'd be 10-2, Willem Bombard said. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty, Willem Bombard. I thought we'd win about 9 in total, seeing we're resetting the cap.
He said that. He did say that.
Dwayne Woodley said, I'll take Josh Allen over Lamar any day. Okay, thank you, Dwayne Woodley. That sounds honest. We're not the same Bills, and let me tell you why. Our defense
you say that every year. You say that every year.
As far
you say that every year. We're not supposed to be here. And then when you lose in the playoffs, then y'all go missing. Certain people don't do shows for a month because they lost. I hear this every year.
Hold on, Marcus. We'll get to that. We'll get to all that. I promise you. We'll get to all that. Any Kansas City Chief fan right now is worried about us. Facts. Kansas City is the defending champ, but we can see that they're not that strong. The overwhelming narrative was this was a rebuilding year. Yes, it was, Marcus. That's what I said in the beginning. That was definitely the narrative, that it was a rebuilding year. Just doesn't look that way to me. All right. Hey, Lamar won MVP and was 5th in quarterback numbers last year. Correct, Will. He was 5th. DJ Nico Shaw said the Bills are the beast of the East. They've won the AFC East, and we didn't even play all the 4 divisional teams yet. Go Bills. This team is special. No one can deny that. If y'all thought so, y'all just some haters. Wayne Solomon, shout out to you. That defense is playing very well. I like the aggressiveness. I do too. The major differences now and hopefully in the playoffs is physicality of the offense line and the health of the defense. Mike Hather, what up, my guy? Shout out to you. I hope the Bills win it all, said Jay Renard. Let's go, Bills. I think he's trolling.
I don't think. I think Jay's being sarcastic right now.
Yeah, I think Jay Renard is being sarcastic too. So Josh Manis, what's good? What's good, bro? Shout out to you as well. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in right now. If I missed your name, charge it to my heart. Don't be mad. But again, Rise Up Late Night coming on tonight, right after the Monday Night Football game. All right, what's up? He does before JA. Stop with the nonsense, Marcus Betts.
It's no nonsense. It's not no nonsense. It's not.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me read the message, Marcus. He said last year Lamar won last year, although his numbers weren't better than Josh Allen's, but Lamar had the wins. This year, Lamar has the numbers. Josh Allen has the wins.
No. I disagree. Hang on. No, Josh Allen did not have the numbers last year. Josh Allen had the second most turnovers in the league last year behind Sam Howell, who's not even on the Washington Commanders anymore. Stop it. He did not have the numbers. Look, like I tell y'all all the time, look, touchdowns are great. It doesn't matter. Look, it's like in basketball when you have a triple-double. When you have a triple-double, oh, look at all these stats. And you're leading the league in turnovers. I don't give a damn about you scoring touchdowns, and you're second in the league in turnovers. So no, he did not have the numbers last year. The turnovers are what kept him from the MVP last year. That's what kept him from the MVP last year, because he had like 22 turnovers last year. He's playing very good ball now. He's got 5 turnovers. He's got like five interceptions, I think. And I'm not saying that Josh Allen is not. I'm not saying that Josh Allen isn't deserving of MVP. But I'm also saying that you have to look at what Saquon Barkley's doing, because he's on a historic pace. Historic. Right now he is on pace to break a 40-year record. Do you understand that? All of the running backs that came through, that came close, Adrian Peterson, the last one, I think he was like 5 yards short the year that he won MVP. I think he was like, I think the record's like 2,109 yards. And I think he had like 2,105 yards. So what Saquon Barkley's doing, you have to look at the historic impact of what he's doing. Saquon Barkley right now from the running back position is playing at a historic level. So you got to give that man his props. That's not taking anything away from Josh Allen, not at all.
Hey, Marcus, let's go to the caller real quick.
Okay.
Let's go to the caller. I know I got plenty of comments to read. The phone number again is 716-954-5209. If you want to call in, I see call-ins. Let's go. Caller, what's up? What's good?
Oh, it's fantastic. So, first of all, I'm going to say this. I completely agree with Marcus, everything that he said on your show today. I know it's not common that we agree a lot, but I do agree. And Saquon Barkley is definitely MVP. But I'm going to go over something right now because this has really been tearing at me for the last 24 hours, actually less than 24 hours. You Bills fans need to relax because you guys, to me, are frauds. Go down their schedule, go off of their wins, starting with the Cardinals. If Kyler Murray doesn't fumble the ball, you lose that game. That's starting week 1. All right? You played the Dolphins. Yeah, you kicked our ass. Tua had a death wish trying to run headfirst into DeMar Hamlin, whatever. You won that game. Then you beat up the Jags. Wow. Awesome. Hang your hat on that one. Then the Ravens actually kicked your ass. And yes, you had injuries, but we'll get to that in a little bit because, okay, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, but we were injured and we had guys out and people were missing, so that really wasn't a great game. Ravens still kicked your ass. Then you went over to the Texans. Terrible game by Josh Allen. MVP-esque? No, I don't think so. That was a terrible performance by Josh Allen. Literally single-handedly lost that game for the Bills. Then you go over to the Jets. Barely beat the Jets. But you beat them. Killed the Titans. Okay, great. Seahawks, terrible team. You beat the Seahawks. Colts, whatever. Then you go to the Chiefs. The Chiefs, I don't know, were they missing players? Yeah, I think they were, but you still beat them. Great. Regular season game. But you see the narrative here? Injuries. You're beating teams that are injured. You're losing to teams when you're injured. You get it? 49ers, completely decimated. You're not even playing a 49ers team that is remotely even a team that you might as well be the Jacksonville Jaguars again. Like literally, all these injuries, all of them.
Okay. Hang on. Let me jump in real quick.
Hold on, Marcus. Before you say something, Jay Renard.
Are ready for the playoffs? Get out of here, dude.
Jay Renard. Hey, Jay Renard. Listen, this will all come full circle come the playoff season. Again, if you listen to the whole show, I only told you that Josh Allen is the MVP for reasons. I gave you reasons. I gave you last year's reasons. I gave you this year's reasons. Look at the screen right now. If you paying attention, do you see the screen on the show?
Yeah, I saw it.
No, you see it right now.
No.
Okay, it says Buffalo Bills AFC East champions. You want to know why? It's up there, Jay Renard? Here's my rebuttal, buddy. You, sir, and Marcus, don't even act like you didn't hear this, sir, were the same person that I heard for you know what? I'm on you now. See, I was trying to be nice. I was going to let you get a pass. I was going to let him get a pass. No. Hell no. Hey, Renard, listen, you are going to go right to the oven with gasoline draws on, sir. You are going right to the oven with gasoline draws on, sir. The same one who told you the Miami frozen tuna cans was going to win the division. The same one that was like, they're going to kick Buffalo's ass. They're going to kick Green Bay's ass. They're gonna kick this ass, and they're gonna kick that ass, and all they've been doing is kicking the curb. They ain't been kicking nothing but rocks, skipping rocks, and kicking curbs. Stop playing around, Jay Renard. Don't sit here and have that type of voice in the state for the Buffalo Bills talking about their schedule when the same schedule is yours. The Bills and the Dolphins have the same similar damn schedule. Cut it out, sir.
You're actually trying to get a handicapped Miami Dolphins team.
Sir, no. You didn't believe that the Miami Dolphins was handicapped, sir. You believed that the Miami Dolphins was going to be tag team off the ropes. You know what's funny, Mark? Mark, you know what's so funny?
What's that?
You said that you hear this every year.
Yeah.
Hold on. You know, you said you hear this every year. I hear this from Jay Renard every year. The Miami Dolphins is gonna win the division. And you know what it sounds like? You ever been to the club and they be like, hands on your knees, 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 hands on your knees. That's what it sounds like.
Hang on, Torch, because I got a question for I got a question for Jay Renard. Jay, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do, Jay. Now, me and you, we had a wager earlier this year, right? Yes.
He didn't want my wager after. Hold on.
Jay, hang on. I got to hear this from him. I got to hear this from him. Jay, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No wager now.
What did you say that the Miami Dolphins were going to do to the Buffalo Bills? Look, it's all out in the open now. When you come in here, you got to stand in front of the fire. You got to stand in front of the fire. What did you say about the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills this year? What was your prediction?
Yeah, but you're going off a prediction.
No. What was your prediction?
Hold on. I got another caller too. Hold on. I got another caller too.
No, but I need to hear this though. What was your prediction as far as what the Miami Dolphins were going to do to the Buffalo Bills? What was your prediction?
Give it 1 second, Marcus. I'm emerging these calls. The calls is coming in heavy right now.
Okay.
Caller, Jay Renard. I see another caller too. But Jay Renard, go ahead and answer that question. What was your comment?
My comment is this: you can't go off of that because Tua was out for 4 games. You might as well say 5 games.
Okay. Hang on. What is Tua Tagovailoa's reputation? If anybody who watches football and you ask them to describe the trajectory of Tua Tagovailoa's career, what would the analysis be of Tua Tagovailoa? We told you this at the beginning of the year. We always said Tua is injury prone. What do I say about Tua's brains? He's got his bone density, the bone density of the calcium deprived toddler. And I was told that the addition. I said all of the subtractions that you had on your defense, losing Christian Wilkins.
Like if Josh Allen just is gone for 4 games, how good's that Bills team?
Okay, but here's the thing about it though. How many get?
No, hold on, Marcus. Wait a second.
Hang on.
Listen to what the call line just suggested. Say that again, Jay Andre.
How good is the Dolphins with Tua starting? I mean, we keep talking about Josh Allen, but how good is the Dolphins with Tua starting?
Oh, ouch.
They're a lot better. Are you kidding me?
What is Tua's record head to head versus Josh Allen?
Let me tell you this. We win at least 3 of those 4 games that Tua was completely out. Probably.
Hey, Drake.
Okay, but see,
hold on a second. Hey, Jay Andre, wait a second. Let Marcus talk real quick, and then I'm gonna go right to you. Marcus, go ahead.
Here's the difference between Josh Allen and Tua Tagovailoa. What is the best ability? What's the best ability? Part of what makes Josh Allen so good is his durability. I don't care if you're good only when you're healthy, and you can't ever stay healthy. It reminds me of a player back in the day. Everybody who ever played fantasy football, y'all remember Arian Foster? How good he was when he was healthy? Outstanding running back. Could never stay healthy. Part of the thing with Tua and why the Dolphins were so hesitant to pay him is why. Why were they hesitant to pay him $53 million a year? Why?
Get it. I get all of that. I completely agree with you on that.
Okay, so when you say, well, if he were here, we didn't expect him to be there because he gets hurt every year. Very
much exposed when Tua was out this season already that offense cannot run under any other quarterback except for Tua. Now, why that is, I have no idea. But we are a much better team, Dwayne, with Tua than anybody else. So what are you saying?
Okay, hold on.
And the Cincinnati Bengals are a much better team with Joe Burrow, right?
Okay.
Most teams
And
are
with
better.
that being said, hold on. Cut that thought right there, Marcus. I got you. Cut that thought right there. I need to hear the callers' names because I know Jay Renat is on here. I know Jay Andre is on here. Who's the third?
You know Nico's here.
Nico in the house. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. We got callers on deck. Marcus, get back to the Cincinnati thing real quick so we can go to the next topic.
Any team that loses their elite top 5 quarterback is going to be it's going to take a nosedive. The difference between Josh Allen and a lot of these other quarterbacks, the reason why people liked Brett Favre and Torch, this is your guy. What did they call Brett Favre when he was playing? Iron Man, right? Guys like Eli Manning who never miss games. That's part of the thing. That's part of the issue with Tua Tagovailoa. And now you're married to him. You're married to him because I don't think. Look, concussions don't get better. They don't. If you're a boxer who's a punch drunk boxer and you've been knocked out 5 or 6 times, as you get older as a boxer, you don't just suddenly be, oh, I'm not getting knocked out anymore. That's the concern you're going to have with Tua for the entire time of his contract because he's not a very durable quarterback. And that's the thing that makes Josh Allen so great and Patrick Mahomes so great because they don't miss games. So you're going to always have that stigma with Tua because he has concussion issues. I would dare say, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a neurologist, I would dare say that he has some TBI, traumatic brain injury. We've seen it. So to say, well, because this team here, well, they barely won. Okay, so if we're going to do that, we have to do that with everybody. We can't. Now you're making me defend the Buffalo Bills. Okay, so are we gonna question the Kansas City Chiefs because they barely beat the Carolina Panthers and they barely beat the Oakland Raiders, who will probably be picking in the top 5? They barely beat this team. Look what you do. The Bills did what they were supposed to do last night. Torch, what do you do to a tomato can? What do you do to a tomato can? They didn't just beat them. The Carolina Panthers are not a good football team, and the Oakland Raiders are not. The Las Vegas Raiders are not a good football team, and the Chiefs barely beat them. Right now, the San Francisco 49ers are not a good football team, and the Buffalo Bills annihilated them. They annihilated them. They didn't just beat them; they destroyed them. So there's a difference there. So we can't be, well, these guys were missing and these guys were missing and this guy here was missing and this guy.
Come on, dude. Like literally, I don't know who's playing football. I know me, Marcus has, but there's a big difference between your starter and your backup guy. There's also a huge difference between an all-pro player and your starter.
So what you're saying is that it's the Bills' fault that they got injured and that they got the schedule they got. That's the Bills' fault.
No, Jay, listen, Jay Renat, he know what he doing right now. He is doing his best flagrant foul impression right now, talking about teams didn't play the full team. Listen, no team right now is 100% healthy right now. No team is, number one. Number two,
How about when the last time your Dolphins won the division, Tom Brady was out for the year? Do you count that? Should we not count our division win?
Oh, damn. I mean, that's a good one. That's a damn good thought, actually.
I mean, I get it.
We gotta not do that though.
We took the division because Tom Brady was out.
We gotta not do that though. Teams play teams who are on their schedule. If you're injured, that's just a part of the nature of the beast. We gotta stop doing that, taking away wins from people. Listen here, and here's another thing though, Jay Renard, that I'm not hearing. Next man up mentality is what every team should have. You're a professional for a reason. I don't care if you sit back. If you sit back up, a lot of these professionals. Oh no.
No, I don't agree. That's where me and you are going to disagree there. Like Meek Mill says, I have a segment on my show called Levels to This. You have all pro players.
Oh, there is.
And you have a guy who's a practice squad player. You're not going to tell me that the difference in talent between a starting all-pro player is the same as a guy who's on third or fourth. Right now,
that's not what I'm saying.
Next man up. There's a reason why guys are third stringer. Okay, right now the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers.
Guess what? Coming from a team who literally has a backup who's won all 3 of his starts, I'm kind of not hearing that shit. Listen, general managers manage. Hold on, general managers manage.
Yeah,
scouts.
And you also have, as a general manager, you know what your handcuff is? The salary cap. I cannot have all pro players four deep. It just doesn't work like that. Well, generally, if you lose your quarterback or you lose it right now, the San Francisco 49ers lost both of their running backs. They lost both of their. They lost Christian McCaffrey last night and Jordan Mason. Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs are out there now. You're sitting up there. And here's my issue: when people are like, "Well, we lost these players here," then we also got to give the same grace to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs were missing Pacheco for most of the year. They were missing.
What is Kansas City's record?
They're what? 10-1? 10-1?
Okay.
10-1?
Okay. 11-1. Kansas City's been injured half the season. Again, general managers manage and coaches coach. I'm not hearing the lame excuses on, we were injured. That's a part of the game. I'm not hearing.
Okay, but it also helps when you have a generational. It also helps when you have a generational coach and a generational quarterback. Okay, I don't know how many things.
Can I ask you a question? Ask you a question then?
Okay.
What generational coach is on the Green Bay Packers? Because and here's why I asked that. You better not say Matt LaFleur, because Matt LaFleur has not won a damn thing. Okay. Malik Willis is a generational. You telling me Malik Willis is generational? No. Okay. Then why is the Green Bay Packers right now 9-3 then? Tell me.
Are they winning? Are they leading the division over the Lions?
Hell no. You want to know why?
Okay. They're 2 games behind the Lions.
Great. But they damn sure making the playoffs.
Okay.
That's Jay Renard though. Because Jay Renard giving you excuses on why the Miami Dolphins, hot weather team playing asses, the ones who like to deflect. Hold on. The ones who like to deflect. The ones who like to deflect sunlight. Hold on. The ones who like to deflect sunlight on visiting teams at a stadium can't get it up in cold weather, and can't get it up when it matters. I don't want to hear that. Skylar Thompson last year damn near beat Buffalo in the playoffs. That was a backup, wasn't it? Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't you add stuff? Hold on. Didn't you add players to your team this year, Jay Renard? Hold on now. Let's not sit here and play games, sir. Didn't you add veteran talent to your team? Aren't you the same one who came right on the show and said, Calais Campbell, don't you dare get me started, Campbell Soup. Don't you dare, sir. Now you want to say, because we're injured in this minute. Bro, stop this. Please don't go down this road. I know you know better than that.
I'll leave you in the pothole, bro, because I'm telling you how is Calais Campbell and anything but good for our defense this year?
What?
He's been playing very well.
Oh.
Zach Sealer, same thing.
Oh.
But what do? We lost Jalen Phillips. Yep, lost him. Bradley Chubb, is he playing? He's been hurt too.
Hold on. So you're saying it's the defense fault this year? So you're saying it's the defense fault this year why Miami is losing? You heard me, Jay Renard. Your team is what record? What's your team's record? What's your team's record? What's your team's record? No. Answer the question. What's your team's record?
No, we're not going to go here because I'm going to tell you this straight out. Look at the games again that we lost when Tua wasn't in, where we scored an average of, 9 points a game? Our defense let up, 12 points a game? Are you kidding me?
Sir.
Your defense gave up all those points because your defense gave up points because they were exhausted because your offense couldn't maintain drives. But Jay Renard, this is what I need for you. This is what I need from you, Jay Renard, because it's time. It's time, Jay Renard. I need you, and I understand that you're a Miami Dolphins fan. And that look, hell, I sent you a Miami Dolphins helmet, okay? But what I need you to do is give credit where credit is due.
Thank you.
Buffalo, because I never hear you say that. Every year you start off at the beginning. Oh, Miami Dolphins. You told me this year the Miami Dolphins were the beast of the East, and we all laughed and you got mad when we said, this is the same Miami team. Oh, Buffalo, they're in trouble this year. So what I need you to do, you're here in a public forum. Look, I need the apology to be as loud as the disrespect
was.
Okay? I need you to say that the Buffalo Bills, the 5 in a row time AFC East champion, is the beast of the East. I need to hear you say that, because you cannot spin it any other way when they swept you this year. And Josh Allen is like 14-2 in the AFC East. Give them their props and say it in a public forum that the Buffalo Bills are the beast of the East. We need to hear that. I need that.
I need to hear that for me, because I've had conversations with you outside.
Come on, let them talk. Can you do that? Can you say that in a public forum that the Buffalo Bills are the best team in the AFC East?
I'm waiting. I want to hear this. He's laughing. Move on. Move on. Joe Burrow. Listen, maybe tonight he'll do it. Maybe tonight.
First of all, I am never, ever gonna say that.
Oh, see, I knew it. I knew it.
Hang on. Then that's just hating. That's just hating. To say when they win 5 years in a row and they sweep you this year, it'll just be like, right now, and maybe in the future we'll draft better and get some more players that are suitable to play in the AFC East. So we're not getting a track team that can't run in the snow. Maybe in the next few years with a better draft and some moves in free agency, we'll have a better team to better deal with the reigning, defending 5 times in a row AFC East champion. It's not that hard, bro. It's really not that hard.
Marcus.
I'm gonna torch the soundtrack right now.
Oh my goodness! Here you go with a soundtrack. I cannot.
Here we go. So, all the Buffalo fans out there, I am gonna say this. Yes, you have owned the Dolphins the last 5 years in a row. Yes, Josh Allen is Miami's daddy. Okay, you guys are the beasts of the East until proven otherwise.
See how easy that was. It's not that hard. We salute Jay Renard. It's not Veterans Day. I'm gonna salute you, my guy. I know that took a.
Hold on, Marcus. You know what? He had to be a real chief. And he could do it with a broken heart. That's his song now by Taylor Swift. I can do it with a broken heart. I cannot.
Much respect to you, Jay Renard. Much respect to you, Jay Renard. I know that took a lot.
Oh no, he ain't done. Wait a minute, he ain't done though, Marcus.
Go ahead.
My hope is this: Miami runs the table the rest of the season. They make the playoffs somehow, even though the Patriots didn't help us yesterday, but they did. And I want to see Buffalo first round.
Oh my goodness!
That's what I want.
Oh my goodness! So you can get beat. Don't you? Let me ask you. Hang on, and this is a serious question. Would you rather tank the rest of the season and get a dynamic player that could really help you next year? Or would you rather squeak into the playoffs and get annihilated in the first round and be picking at 16, 17?
Nah, he want to squeak and peak. He want to squeak and
I
peak,
want to
Marcus.
hear his. I want to hear his answer for that. Would you rather win the rest of your games and sneak into the?
From this season, they're going to be too further up. They're not going to get that type of player because exactly. Like, I mean, if they're in the top 10, that's what up.
If you make the playoffs at, like, let's say 9 and 7, you're going to be picking at like 16, 17, and maybe even the 20, and maybe in the 20s because the top 14 team.
This is all stuff that we can get in those picks.
Yeah, Marcus, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with them on this one. I don't think they get a dynamic player at 16 and 17. This year's draft.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So just saying. Well, I want us to run the table and be picking at 18 because the top 14 teams make it in the playoffs. The top 14 teams.
I think regardless if they was to lose out for the rest of the year, they're top. What do you think? Miami's getting a top 10 pick, Marcus?
If they go along the route that he's saying, if you squeak in and make the playoffs, you're picking at 18, 17,
right,
18.
But what are they picking if they lose the rest of the season?
For me, top 10, top 12, something like that. I mean, they haven't been atrocious. I think that you have a lot of needs on that team. You have a lot of needs.
Yeah, but Marcus, what can they get 6 picks earlier that they in this year's draft? And I'm sorry, I've been watching the college draft.
Okay.
I don't see where they're getting a dynamic player between 12 and 18. I think that you're getting a utility player at any position between 12 and 18 because automatically, I'm telling you, probably 4 or 5 quarterbacks is coming off the first 8 picks.
Okay, and that's great. That's what you want. That's what you want. So those other players can look. Micah Parsons got picked at 12. Okay, you can. The
Bengals are 4 and 8. Marcus, wait a minute. The Bengals are 4 and 8. You think the Bengals are trying to take the rest of the season?
They should, because they got the thing about they have a lot of holes to fill. You're going to lose T. Higgins. Okay, can we all agree that they're going to lose T. Higgins? Everybody agree with that?
Yeah, we agree.
Okay, you're going to lose T. Higgins. You also have Chase in a contract year. Chase is going to want more money than Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is making $35 million. So you're looking at for Chase, you're looking in between 35 and 40. Okay, so you're going to lose the other guy who takes a lot of pressure off of Chase. They had a 3-headed monster when they used to have Tyler Boyd. Now you're going to lose your number 2 guy, and got Yoshi Voss is going to be your number 2 this year in 2025.
Hey, Marcus, you see this face right here? You see this face?
Yeah,
that's how I feel about tanking right now. I'm giving you the Aaron Rodgers.
Well, then I'll tell you what. Look, sometimes Megatron said it best. The Decepticons retreat. Sometimes he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. There is no scenario that this works out for you. The Bengals are out of it. So why would you go out there risking Joe Burrow to further injury, risking possibly Chase getting his ACL torn? Once the season's up, if I'm the San Francisco 49ers, I'm shutting it down. I just lost
is still wide open.
Whose division still wide open?
San Francisco.
Okay, yeah. I'm not risking. If I'm Brock Purdy, I'm not going out there right now. Brock Purdy is coming up on a contract where he's going to be making close to $60 million. I am not going out there and losing effort where I could tear my ACL or something happen to me and then I'm out. And then y'all don't want to pay me now because I'm coming off a torn ACL. I'm not doing it.
All right, let me read some of these comments real quick. Shout out to Will Press. Marcus Herring said Josh Allen had 50 touchdowns in 17 games. He said, "Stop it, Marcus." He said, "Cut it with the hate."
Okay, and how many turnovers? No. And how many turnovers? I don't give a damn about that. How many turnovers did he have? You don't get to just say, you don't just oh, he had a triple double. Okay, and he turned the ball over 15 times. Russell Westbrook.
Are you saying he had the Caitlin Clark effect? You said he had.
Yeah, you don't get to just say the good stuff. Oh, he had a triple double. Oh, he had 25 turnovers too. You don't get to do that. Right. I understand. That's great that you got touchdowns. You're giving the team. You're giving it away to the other team. Josh Allen was single-handedly responsible for the Denver loss last year and the first in the New York Jets game last year. That's why he went out there and threw 4 interceptions against the Jets and lost to Zach Wilson. Stop it. Right. I get it. You're a fan, but let's be real here.
Yeah, I listen. You know how I feel about that one. That Denver one, yes, absolutely.
You lost to the Broncos. You lost to the Broncos because of Josh Allen trying to throw it in a triple coverage. The same Bronco teams that Jays Miami Dolphins put 70 points on. You lost to them. That's why you lost. That's why he didn't get the MVP last year. Stop it.
All right, ready? If you wasn't rolling with Kansas City when he had Joe Delaney, J.J. Burton, Steve Bono, Art Stills, you ain't real. Ooh, damn, C. Blanco. He going way back. Is a caller
Lenny Dawson. Lenny Dawson.
Yeah. Is a caller doing ifs? If my auntie had nuts, she'd be your uncle. Stop it, bro. Wilden Bumbire said. He funny. If ifs was fifths, we all be drunk. That's what Marcus Herring said. Jay Andre said Dolphins don't get a say when the last time y'all won something. Right. Again, Jay Renard, my boy. That's my bro. I appreciate him.
For him to do that, Jay Renard, man, much respect for you because I know that takes a lot. It's hard, man.
Marcus, that tastes like vinegar. That tasted like vinegar.
Yeah.
It tasted like vinegar and probably felt like petroleum jelly that he had to put on them. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
What do you say? Don't tell me it's a glass of grandma's peach tea when it's really just a bucket of piss. You don't get to do that. For Jay Renard, I just want to say to you in a public forum, for you to come onto a live show and to say that, much respect to you, man. Because I know that me and Jay have gone back and forth. He's lost a lot of money to me saying crazy stuff like that. And for him to come into this environment and to say that, man, that's much respect to you, man.
Dwayne Woodley said, Jay Renard, you're so right. 100% hit on the nail. Caller needs a couch to lay on. That hate is real. Marcus said. Caller said, ask the caller, why is Miami 1-15 against winning teams, 0-6 in cold games, 2-13 against the Bills, but Miami's the beast of the East? Yeah, right. He said, get a clue. Did you have that same energy when the Bills had injuries against Kansas City in the playoffs or against Cincinnati? Don't play the if game, bro. You ain't ready for that. Again, that's why I'm saying, dude, listen, injuries come with the territory. I'm not hearing the injury excuse. I'm not hearing, it's second string. I'm not hearing that, bro. I'm not hearing that. You get paid money to win games regardless. I'm not hearing it. I'm not allowing you to have any type of room for mediocrity so you can use the weak ass.
No escape route. No escape route.
Excuse. No escape, because you ain't giving all the teams that same energy.
We didn't have Kincaid, we didn't have Keon Coleman, we didn't have Amari Cooper, we didn't have Milano.
Correct.
And we still beat them.
Again, in the Bills, no offense, but the Bills have been dealing with injuries for the last 3-4 years, and I'm not hearing. Again, I'm not hearing it. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear the injury excuse.
Against Baltimore either, so if we're gonna play the injury game, we did have excuses for that game.
I mean, Tua went down against the Bills. The Bills put him out.
Yeah, you have to also look at when a player gets injured. He got injured because we put him out, not because he just got hurt. We knocked his brains out and we knocked him out today.
Oh, hey, hold up. Die Hard. Miss Bruce Willis is in the house. I gotta, first and foremost, I meant to call you this morning and say, Ramona, shout out to your mother and Steelers. Shout out to your Pittsburgh mother and Steelers. I give y'all.
By the way, give her a shout out in this forum here. She's 15-0 in picks this week. She has not missed on her picks this week.
Damn! Ramona
She's
kicking
15-0.
your ass.
No,
Ramona kicking your ass.
well, she's winning this week. Leroy Smith he's been leading for like 2 months. So,
Go
but
Mona.
she's
Go Mona.
but she's 15-0 in her pick. She's 15-0 in
15-0.
picks this week. 15-0.
Killing
She's
y'all.
got every pick right. And if she picked the Broncos tonight, I believe. If the Broncos win tonight, she'll be 16-0 this week. So
I got an instrumental for you, Ramona. The hardest right now. Ramona died. 15-0. 15-0.
15-0. She's 15-0.
Let's go. Let's go. And the Chiefs barely beat Denver. Marcus, didn't the Ravens slaughter the 49ers last year and lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? Yep.
Yes.
Keep that same energy. Yep. Didn't the Eagles win the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback? Yep. Let's say it again. Oh, hey, Adrian in the house. He said, "What's up with Dallas?" He said, "You think you slick?" You said, "What's up with?"
Look. See, here's the thing. Here, hang on. I am not Torch. You know me quite well. I am not that delusion. Look, I've been doing. You have never heard me go into a show and be like, "The Cowboys are winning this year." As a matter of fact, Ramona's a little bit more optimistic about my Cowboys than I am. A lot of times, I am not one of those fans that just blindly follows what the Dallas Cowboys do. Don't be fooled by that helmet back there. Don't be fooled because I be in Jerry Jones's ass all the time.
That's a fact. All right. Packers Lions on Thursday night. Said Marcus Herring. Yep. Tua's. Yeah, we know. What's up? What's up, Eric? What up? What up, Marie Samuels? What up, Doug Ruffin in the house? Doug Ruffin in the house. What's good, Doug? Yeah, that's for sure. Good job, Jay.
So you got this thing up here. You know, I was talking.
Corinne, hold on. Carlene, how you doing, Carlene? Let me shout out Carlene too. Johnny Honest in the building. What's up? What's good? Shout out to y'all. Ramona, yes. Josh Allen is the front runner for the MVP. Me and Marcus had that conversation to kick off the show. I respect Marcus's take, but I tell you, it's gonna take Saquon Barkley to beat Eric Dickerson's record in order for him to get that MVP. Because I feel like Josh Allen has already been snubbed once of the MVP in past. So I'm going there.
No. When did he get snubbed?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you see this. Look how he jump.
When
did he get it? I'm glad I can get it. I just got it. Y'all saw that.
When did he get snubbed?
Look,
don't say last year. Don't say last year. Don't say it.
Yo, y'all just saw that. Marcus Alphabet's head was damn near by his damn sign back there.
When did he get snubbed? When did Josh Allen get snubbed? Don't say last year. Don't say last year. Don't say that. Do not say last year after he lost to Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. and lost to the Broncos, who got 70 points put up on them by Tua.
No,
don't say last year.
No,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Even though, hold on, watch this. I wasn't gonna say last year.
Okay.
Even though, if you look at the statistics,
what
how MVPs was. Hold on, Marcus. Let me finish saying it.
Go ahead. Be careful.
Oh no, I'm okay. I ain't never gonna be careful. I'm good. Because I can bang it up. 5 years. When you look at all the statistics, the 5 years that the MVP has been accounted for, Josh Allen last year, his 83.5% touchdown accountability would have met the criteria for how they picked. Even though he had 18 interceptions, lost to Mac.
So that lowers the threshold. I don't care if you have a bunch of touchdowns. What is my saying? You don't get credit for putting out fires that you started. If I come and light your house on fire and I say, "Hey, George, I got a bucket. I got a bucket of piss over here. Hey, I'm gonna save your house." You would be like, "Dude, you're the one who started it. Josh Allen was last year. If we're going to go back to last year, you're talking about last year. He
No. Remember, I said
single-handedly.
this is the year. Last year wasn't the year, though.
Okay. So what? So when was you said? Even though he was snubbed once, when is
Yeah.
this time?
Hold on, watch this.
When is this time that he was snubbed?
DJ Nico Shaw, tell him what year.
I know what year. This is the year that Aaron Rodgers won it.
Thank you.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Aaron Rodgers
Yes.
had Aaron Rodgers had 6 interceptions that year. He had
Listen.
six interceptions that
Hold on,
year.
watch this. Marcus,
Okay.
watch this.
Okay.
Who's the bigger Aaron Rodgers? Who's a bigger Aaron Rodgers fan than me?
Olivia Munn.
Nobody. Just say it. Nobody. You know the answer already. It's
Olivia
no
Munn.
one. Yeah, okay. Olivia Munn, right. His girl. Other than that, nobody. Stop this, Marcus. So trust me, it pains me to say it, but yeah, there should have been some.
You have 20 turnovers to Aaron Rodgers 6. You're not getting the MVP. Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. Of all the years that Josh Allen has been in the MVP conversation, what did you say? 5 interceptions this year? He's playing he's playing very clean football. That was the only knock that people who are objective about Josh Allen has ever had.
Correct.
You've never heard me doubt his talent. You've never heard me criticize his talent. I've done a piece on it. Me and Mona did a piece back in the day where 6'5", damn near 250, rocket launcher arm, mobility. I give him that. But every player has their kryptonite, and his kryptonite has been until this year. Boneheaded turnovers at the wrong time. That's the only critique I ever had. Oh, you're just hating him. No, I'm looking at him. I don't look at Josh Allen through rose-colored glasses. I'm not.
Okay. AKA Marcus said all that just to tell you that he has Josh Allen in his man cave downstairs. He got Josh Allen in his man cave. He knew he's not gonna admit that, but I think he's got Josh. Matter of fact, Marcus the Alphabet, since we on a public forum right now, let's do this before we get into Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, and Aaron Glenn being considered to be top candidates for the next bear down job. Josh Allen, you have him where at quarterbacks in the league right now? What is his ranking, sir? I'd love to hear this. Go ahead on the public forum right now, champion. Let me hear.
Well, look, here's the thing about it right now. Look, this whole MVP conversation, I said this in the first three or 4 weeks of the season. Ace MVP, he will verify this for me when I say it, and Ramona will verify this for me. The first 3 weeks, the first month of the season, do you know who I had as my MVP front runner?
Lamar.
Nope. Josh Allen, because Lamar came out in week 1 and lost to the Chiefs. So I had Josh Allen as my front runner for MVP. I think it was him and maybe Jared Goff. So the MVP conversation. So right now, let's say that the Bills, I'm not saying that they will. Let's say the Bills lose the rest of their games. I'm not saying that they will. Would he still be in the conversation for the MVP?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So every week we change it. We switch this out. Right now, because of the loss, losing yesterday with Lamar losing yesterday, I would have to put Josh Allen ahead of him. I would have to put Lamar Jackson because of record. Because
Lamar lost this week?
Well, here's the thing. I also take head-to-head matchups into consideration. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen were on the same field, and Lamar Jackson outplayed him. We can have theoretical situations where who would win between Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. We can have those conversations until the end of time. But there's no dispute. When we're playing in the same era and I kick your ass on the field at the same time that you're playing, we're both in our primes. And by the way, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen will forever be linked with each other because they're in the same draft class.
Yeah.
They're going to forever be linked together. Right now, Lamar Jackson, career-wise, is more accomplished than Josh Allen. That's just what it is. 2 MVPs to 0. Okay? 2-0. That's what it is right now. Neither one of them have won a championship, so we can't use the championship barometer right now. Right now, Lamar Jackson is the more accomplished.
You can't use playoff wins?
You can. I mean, that's part of it too. That's part of it too. But we're talking about but playoffs. The playoffs are a team. Playoffs are a team accomplishment. They're a team accomplishment. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl. People, would you take Trent Dilfer over? Would you take Trent Dilfer over Dan Marino?
Yeah. Okay, but Marcus, here's my rebut to that. My rebut is you just in the same breath earlier said that wins matter.
That does, and they played against each other.
Hold on, watch this. No. I'm talking about last year.
Okay.
I'm going to last year's Lamar Jackson comment. So you're telling me last year Lamar's numbers was good enough for MVP over the other two that was in consideration? Why did Lamar win?
Okay, MVP? I thought here's why Lamar Jackson won. Okay, I'm gonna squash this for you because I keep having the same conversation. Last year, Lamar Jackson, it was a dead even race towards the last few weeks of the season last year. Who were the front runners last year? Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Brock Purdy. In the last few weeks of in the last few weeks, I think it was week 15. Week 16,
no, sir. No, sir. No. See, you know what, Marcus? You do this every time, at least once a show. You do this every time. I just caught your ass. See how I always catch you?
What did I say?
The same person telling us that Dak Prescott was number 2 in the MVP conversation.
He was. He was.
You didn't just mention it. You didn't. Did anybody hear Marcus mention
that? Hang on. I didn't say that. I said he came in second place. I did not have Dak Prescott. I am not the delusional Cowboys fan. I thought that some of the losses that the Cowboys took last year took Dak Prescott out of it. The loss to the Cardinals last year, the loss to the 49ers last year, the loss to the Bills last year. I did not have Dak Prescott.
I just got to ask this question. Did you ever use DP in the conversation? Have you ever used that for argument at any show that Dak Prescott was number 2 in MVP?
All that I said was he came in the final results. He came in second place in the MVP. I personally did not think that Dak Prescott was the second best quarterback right there. I didn't. And you can ask Ramona.
We got his head. He didn't believe in Dak Prescott's number 2 votes last year.
I thought that Christian McCaffrey, if Christian McCaffrey had won the MVP last year, and we're kind of in the same dilemma. We're kind of in the same dilemma this year.
Yeah.
With Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Good.
I believe that Christian McCaffrey should have won last year. Where Christian McCaffrey lost it last year was in a head-to-head matchup, and Lamar Jackson, because he beat the 49ers and they had 2 MVP candidates on their team, Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey, and he goes to San Francisco head-to-head and they don't just beat them. Nobody was going into San Francisco last year and kicking San Francisco's ass. Then the very next week, the Ravens go to Miami and shut down Tyreek Hill and Tua. That's what got him over the hump last year. That was what got him over the hump last year. So when you have head-to-head matchup,
I got you.
When you have head-to-head matchups, you have to take that into consideration. If when people, Mike Tyson's better than Lennox Lewis. Okay, well, they fought each other and he knocked them out. Oh, Mike Tyson's better than Evander Holyfield. Well, they fought each other and he knocked them out. And then the second time he pissed down his leg and bit his ear because he was getting his ass kicked again. If we are on the same field at the same time, Lamar Jackson on the field at the same time with Josh Allen beat him. period. Now, has Josh Allen jumped over him? Yes, because now you got to take the wins into consideration. Buffalo's lost 2 games and Lamar's lost 5. As a matter of fact, Joe Burrow has had a better year statistically than Josh Allen. But we have to also take the wins into consideration because the Bengals ain't going to the playoffs. So you have to take all of that stuff into consideration.
Okay. So, caller, say it again what you just was saying.
So you have to take a couple of different variables when it comes to talk about MVP, and there's all kinds of different opinions.
Okay.
But what it basically comes down to every year, and I say this every single year, if you take the person that's the front runner MVP and you put him on every single team and you replace that person at their position, does that team get more wins with that caliber player? So if you take Saquon Barkley and you put him on the Panthers, do they get more wins with Saquon Barkley or do they get more wins with Josh Allen?
Well, here's my.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, so if you take Lamar and you put him on Carolina, does he do better than Josh? Does he do better than Josh and Saquon? And last year, the only reason why Lamar did win it though was because he took that team and put it on his back. And I'm a big Bills fan. I mean, first thing I said, and it's nice breezy August, summertime, was I told you, Mark, I told you, Torch, Bills were going to go 11-6. Have they lived beyond my expectations this year?
Absolutely. Me and you had the same expectation, actually.
11-6 is what I said.
Yep.
Because I
Me
knew that we
too.
were going to have problems with certain teams, which the last 2 teams we played, I said we were going to split them. So we were either going to beat San Francisco or we were going to beat KC. We weren't going to beat them both, but we ended up beating them both. You know, they lived up to my expectations because I knew we were going to
Marcus the Alphabet. Hold on. That is an interesting comment by Tyler Bush. Tyler Bush said, Marcus, I need you to stay straight and narrow on your comments. You're the same one who talks about Patrick Mahomes beating Josh Allen in the playoffs, but you won't mention that Josh Allen has beaten Lamar Jackson twice in the playoffs. 2-0 against Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
Okay, now so what are we arguing here? Are we arguing regular season, or are we arguing postseason? The bottom line is this was the conversation between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Okay, you beat Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, and then you got your ass kicked and haven't beat him at all. That's the difference. You play to win the game. The bottom line, all 32 teams, what do all 32 teams start off with at the beginning of the year? What is their ultimate end game?
You know what it is.
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes has done it 3 times and Josh Allen's done it 0 times. So with that, the only ones that's won championship really consistently is Patrick Mahomes, right? Josh Allen doesn't have a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow doesn't have a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson doesn't have a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts doesn't have a Super Bowl. So then we have to lower the bar a little bit.
Patrick Mahomes MVP is a regular season award, so why don't you give Josh Allen his props when he beats Patrick Mahomes 4 times in the regular season then?
Okay, because how many regular season because Patrick Mahomes doesn't win regular season MVPs. How many regular season MVPs does Patrick Mahomes have? How many does he have? No, he doesn't. He has Super Bowl MVPs. I don't know if he has a regular season MVP. He might have one, I think. That was the year that he threw for 55.
Marcus. Patrick Mahomes has 2 regular season MVPs, sir.
Okay, and that was before Josh Allen started winning. You're talking about 2018, 2019, 2020. Josh Allen didn't really get good until what, 2-3 years? He didn't have his first damn 300-yard passing game until his 3rd season.
Okay, moving on. We're gonna move on from this.
No. Those MVPs that Patrick Mahomes had were early in his career. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen came into the league a year apart from each other. Josh Allen was not very good when he came into the league, Mr. 52% completion rate. Okay? He's not beating Patrick Mahomes Patrick Mahomes isn't beating Josh Allen for regular season MVPs. He's not. The person that keeps winning the regular season MVPs are Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson. That's who's winning it. So your argument is null and void because you're making the comparison.
I don't even have an argument. Whose argument? It ain't mine.
No, he's saying why don't you give him the props for that? It's because it's not a competition between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Because Patrick Mahomes isn't winning regular season MVPs. He's winning Super Bowl MVPs. That's the difference.
All right. Now, with that being said, we're moving on, folks. We are moving on to Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson for this position right here that I have up on the screen. If I was coordinators, I don't want this job.
I do
not want this job. I mean, for the money, anybody will take the job, Marcus. But I don't want this job. Look at this.
I don't want that job either.
Mitchell Trubisky, his coach gets fired. 2017, 2021, they draft Justin Fields. His coach gets fired the same year. 2024, they draft Caleb Williams and Matt Eberflus with his goofy Eberflus self gets the pink slip like I knew he was gonna get after that nonsense that I seen this season with the Chicago Bears. Lord have mercy. I got so much to say tonight about them though. I'm gonna save it for tonight when I get to talking shit about the Chicago Bears later because I'm gonna dog them. I got some segments tonight, by the way. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. And I'm gonna appreciate kicking it. Russell Wilson. Shout out to Ramona Dye. Shout out to Sharon Mullins. Shout out to all the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. The old Russell Wilson has resurged.
Dangerous
against Cincinnati Bengals. Shitty ass defense. And that's what they get. 29 of 38, 414 yards. Not 100, not 200, not 300. 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers dominated. I don't want to hear about that garbage time crap Cincinnati pulled late. They got dominated by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you don't know what? What you don't know?
Dude, they don't know. Your vaunted defense. Look, I still think that Pittsburgh has a top 3 defense. You gave up 38 points. You gave up 38 points. You gave up 38 points.
Cincinnati been scoring on everybody. You run into a buzzsaw of the team.
Okay, I understand that, but we keep saying all this team here. This team, the bottom line is the Cincinnati Bengals have
they dominated
one of the most. They have one of the most dominant offenses in the league, and Pittsburgh has a dominant defense, and the Cincinnati Bengals put up 38 points on them.
That's okay. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, who haven't scored a touchdown in damn near 2 games, scored 44. Come on.
We all know, but we all know that Cincinnati's defense sucks. Other news, water's wet and ice is cold.
Hold on, Marcus. But we also knew and had arguments all season long about Pittsburgh's offense being inept all year, as well. Let's not do that. Okay, and they scored 44 points. Pittsburgh. Hey, Pittsburgh.
Got to give them their props.
Because guess what? At the end of the day, guess what they got? Guess what they got, Marcus? Guess what they got, Marcus? I see it. Guess what they got, Marcus?
Yeah, what's that? They got the dub.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
I see you.
You know what that is. They got it. I give them props.
They got it.
18 straight seasons without a losing season. Mike Tomlin, again, listen, for all you idiots that keep on disrespecting Mike Tomlin, I'm tired of y'all disrespecting Mike Tomlin. I'm sick of y'all just being disrespectful. Y'all disrespectful asses need to
put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name.
Put respect on my man's name.
RESPECT. Find out what it means. Put some respect on his name.
And guess what, Marcus? Right on cue. Guess who called? Guess who just called me? Right on cue.
What you got? Go ahead. Who you got?
Go ahead, call me.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Ramona Dye.
What's good, Mama?
Just hanging out listening to you guys online. So
Yes.
That's what's up.
listen,
We need to get your ass up in here on the live show too. To get the Super
That's-
Friends
that-
united. Get the
here
Super Friends reunited. That's what we need to do. But we'll talk about that another time. Go ahead, Mama.
Yeah.
I called for one reason. Because I see a lot of different comments going on. Listen, I have never, ever heard Mark say anything about Dak Prescott deserving an MVP. Even last year when he was second runner-up to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson for MVP, never did I ever hear him agree that Dak Prescott should be in that running.
Oh no, Mona. Okay, so for those listening, that wasn't my argument though. My only question I asked him was, did he ever use that Dak Prescott was number 2 in MVP conversation as a basis for an argument? That was my only thing. I never said he believed in anything. I never said he believed.
At one point, solidify that aspect when talking about why Josh Allen did not get it over Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
That was the only time I ever heard him use it.
Oh yeah, I've heard him a couple times, but it's all good.
The people who are commenting are taken to a different level. And
yeah, pipe down.
They need to pay attention to what is being said on the show.
Yes, pipe down.
Something that pisses them off, and then going off on a tangent that is unnecessary.
Right. I appreciate. Thank you for clearing that up. Hey y'all, listen. We all support and have a whole lot of fun together. Pipe down. I'm not calling Marcus out for nothing. I'm just saying that I've heard him say that about Dak Prescott. And when I didn't hear him mention Dak Prescott in the first 5 players that he named,
because I didn't believe he should have been. That's why I didn't say his name.
Why he didn't do that. So
the thing was, Marcus was actually not using it in the first 5 players he named because Marcus didn't believe he belonged at number 2 in the run.
Correct. Which I always made fun of.
Didn't use his name.
Yes, I made fun of that.
He named off the list.
Yeah.
And to another point I wanted, and that's the reason why I called. Listen, we can all sit and we can talk about how great Josh Allen was, and I agree that as a not Buffalo Bill fan, not Green Bay Packer fan, that he was second in the running with Aaron Rodgers a few years back. But Aaron Rodgers led the board across the board in stats over Josh Allen, which is why he didn't get snubbed that year. He didn't deserve it. Aaron Rodgers did. He didn't deserve the MVP the last year Aaron Rodgers won MVP because Aaron Rodgers led across the board in stats. Mainly the turnovers. The only thing I've ever heard Marcus Betts say negatively about Josh Allen is his turnovers at crucial times in games.
Which is something I've went on record and said myself.
I've ever had with Josh Allen is his fumbling because he's trying to play hero ball, and his turnovers, his interceptions at crucial times in games. And this year, he has absolutely fixed that. And I love what I'm seeing. Yes, you guys should be happy. It's a shame he couldn't have done it when you had all that damn talent on the field with him. But what y'all have done this year on a down year is absolutely amazing what y'all have done. But to say that he's better than Lamar Jackson, you have to go look at the matchups that the Buffalo Bills have played and look at the matchups that Lamar Jackson has played. And I think that Lamar Jackson's had a rougher schedule to play this year than Josh Allen has. That's my point. But I still think Josh Allen right now is the front runner for MVP. So, that being said, all I wanted to say.
Mona, I want to ask you a question while I got you here. Mona, I want to ask you a question while I got you here. Is there any scenario Is there any scenario that Saquon Barkley is the MVP in your eyes? Is there anything that he could do? Is there any chance at all that Saquon Barkley can win the MVP in your eyes?
He has to at least match Adrian Peterson's year of and the thing is he got an extra game to do it.
Yeah.
He has to match what Adrian Peterson did when he won MVP. But to me, he has to bypass Adrian Peterson's yards.
Well,
because he has that.
Adrian Peterson's year, he missed it by like it's like 7 or 8 yards. It wasn't by that much. Now, if he breaks Eric Dickerson's record, if he breaks Eric Dickerson's 40-year-old record, rushing record, single season record, I think it's 2,109 yards.
Because I'll be honest with you, we really thought it would be either Saquon Barkley or we thought it would be Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And if
Well,
either one of those guys break his record, yes, I think they should get MVP over either one of the
But if they both break
Okay. Yeah, I think to break that record, it's over 40 years old. I think it was like 1983, 1984, something like that. If he were to break that record, and then I hear people, well, he had an extra game to do it. Well, guess what? Adrian Peterson had 2 more games over Eric Dickerson because they went from a 14-game season to a 16-game season. And Eric Dickerson did it over O.J. Simpson when he did it in 12 games. So I don't want to hear that. So every year.
And I agree with what you're saying because, and then, people used to say Michael Strahan's sack record shouldn't have been beat because TJ had an extra game, but actually TJ missed 3 games in that year, so he actually did it with 1 less game and tied Strahan's sack record. So to me, TJ should have. They took 3 sacks away from TJ that year.
Which Derek Saquon both break his record.
I think which one has the most yards get the MVP.
Okay.
Okay, here's so this is why I love when the Super Friends come back together. Because we get to have very interesting conversation. Marcus Betts, Ramona Die. You guys told me that Aaron Rodgers. Now you remember, I am the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan for 2021.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh,
no, you're not. You would not change his thoughts every day and twice on Sunday, and I would.
Who would? Oh, you? Okay. Okay, Mona.
You were not a bigger fan of Aaron Rodgers.
She just liked him because he looked like Nicolas Cage on Con Air. That's all she was.
Right.
She was thinking about
that.
She was thinking about that She was thinking about that wife beater T-shirt that he had on.
My God.
Whatever floats your boat, whatever sinks your ship is fine with me. But here's what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Here's why Aaron Rodgers won in 2021.
Okay, here we go.
Aaron Rodgers became the first quarterback in NFL history to win 13 or more games in 3 consecutive seasons. Wins matter. Aaron Rodgers led the league in touchdown percentage, passer rating, and interception percentage.
Yeah. How many interceptions?
Whoa. Stop there. Because I heard Marcus the Alphabets just tell me, folks, that he led in every statistical category, which is false.
I didn't say every statistic. Ramona said that.
Across the board. Okay, Ramona, you said that. Here's where I debate that comment. The reason why Josh Allen did not win in 2021 is for the same reason that Marcus the Alphabet said earlier in 2023 because of his interceptions. Josh Allen had 15 interceptions that season, but Josh Allen had more touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers that season, had more yards than Aaron Rodgers that season, had more rushing yards. Hold on. Right, I get you. Hold on, I'm just giving these stats. I'm just giving all right. I'm just giving the stats, Mona. I got you. He had more rushing touchdowns that year. He had more rushing yards that year. He accounted for more touchdowns that year. He accounted for more yards that year. Josh Allen. This is Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers. I just want to make it.
Quarterback, he never rushed for touchdowns.
Oh, absolutely. But I understand. I totally understand that. But I'm just putting it out there so people don't think that my narrative on why I said Josh Allen in that year, it could have been debated, is just I just wanted to make sure that you hear my premise on why I said that. I said that because that's the same year Josh Allen also had 13 wins that year in 2021. That's the year.
How many total turnovers? That's interceptions and fumbles.
Correct. He had 20. He had 20. He had 22. Yes, absolutely.
And that's it. And that's the argument I always get for people. They're like, "Well, look at the touchdowns he's done. Look at the touch. Look at all the time." I'm like, "Look at all the turnovers. Look at all the turnovers." I don't care that Russell Wilson gets. I don't care that Russell Westbrook gets a bunch of triple doubles and he leads the league in turnovers. You don't get credit for putting out fire.
Watch this, Marcus. So Marcus, I heard this narrative about Joe Burrow. You said Joe Burrow earlier, right? Joe Burrow has a bunch of turnovers too this year. My question is does your offensive coordinator have anything to do with your play style and your turnovers? Because I would argue. Hold on, watch this. Let me hear. Hold on, watch my argument. Here's my argument. When you have a lackluster defense, you are forced to make plays more than usual. Joe Burrow is the type of player who literally has to wake up on Sunday and say, damn, I have to score 35 points to even come close to winning a football game. Are we giving that same energy for Joshua Allen, who has had multiple offensive coordinators now, 3 in his career in 6 years? Are we giving him the same energy? Because if we're not, I feel like that's an issue.
Okay, where has Buffalo's defense been ranked in those years too? I don't think that's even a slightly valid comparison.
Wait a minute. You want to know what? Hold on.
The Cincinnati Bengals defense.
Here's why I said it.
The Cincinnati Bengals defense is historically bad.
Hold on,
it's historically bad. Who's the best?
Hold on, but Marcus, watch this. Marcus down. I'm gonna go back to a premise that was mentioned earlier in the show.
Okay.
Did we not mention injuries on the show earlier? What team has been more decimated than is top 3 decimated on defense and injuries in the last 5 years? What team? Because Buffalo would be one of them.
Okay.
And if you tell me they're not, you're wilding.
Okay. That's
so
fine.
my question is, remember y'all told me the next man mentality is
well, you said the next man mentality. I've always said
no. You didn't hear what I just said. I said some people told me the next man mentality is washed.
Yeah.
Washed. That's BS. I don't believe it because of what I'm just saying right now. You just literally just gave my argument more validation for the fact that you just mentioned the Buffalo Bills have been ranked where in defense? Go ahead and tell me again.
Pretty high. I don't know the exact
DJ Nico Shaw, you on the show, right?
We're only letting up 19.5 points this year. Each game.
No, go to the years prior, because the Bills was top 5 in defense.
Oh, that was the year 13 seconds.
Oh yes, yeah.
It was top 3.
How many injuries did they have on defense?
We didn't have Trey White. We didn't
and
I believe that.
Oh, wait a minute! What you? Whoa, Mark.
Trey White. Is that the hill that you want to die on, Trey White?
Marcus, the alphabet.
Is that the hill that you want to die on, Trey White?
No hill dying on nothing. No, you didn't just put your hands up like they was nobody's.
Trey White has been on the decline for years. He's been on the decline for years.
In 2021, Trey White was not on no damn decline. Don't you sit there and lie.
Did he just come off of the torn ACL? Did he just come off of the torn ACL? When did he have his torn ACL?
He tore his ACL. I think it's 22.
He tore it twice.
13 seconds year. The 13-second year is when he tore his ACL.
Okay, he's had two torn ACLs. He didn't just have one. He's been
Marcus,
on the decline for years. When did he have his first torn ACL? When did he have his first torn ACL? What year was it?
That was during the 2021 season. Marcus,
Okay,
so you're telling me
saying we didn't have him. So you're saying we didn't have him in 2022? Yes, because he was coming back from injury. He's been on the decline for 3 years.
Marcus,
you can use other players. You can use other. Don't use Trey White. Don't use Trey White.
No. Marcus, answer the question.
What's that?
Was Trey White washed before the ACL tear? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so you can't sit here and act like Trey White wasn't a viable part to the defense, Marcus. I'm gonna throw this at
But he had two ACL
I said
tears.
before, Marcus, not after.
And then y'all were sitting over there counting for Von Miller when I told y'all's asses when you signed him that he wasn't the same damn player. Oh, he's gonna come here. He's gonna change the culture. What has Von Miller done since he came to the Bills? Y'all were the ones that was all excited about it because that was an ego signing.
Marcus, okay, so hold on. And this is where I gotta stop you, sir.
Like, we hit Cody Ford at right tackle that year.
Thank you. Again, I know I love how they mention the Von Millers, but won't mention the Cody Fords who was top draft picks. Timeout, Marcus. Let me tell you what Von Miller did. Hold on.
Okay.
Marcus, let me tell you what Von Miller did the first year he was in before he got injured. Do you remember the Bills was number 1 in sacks when Von Miller came?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Marcus,
I told you all that he was
I'm not done. Marcus, do you not see the progression in the defensive line now that Von Miller has came on the team? Do you not see the elevation? Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, players that was questioned.
I didn't see it.
Marcus,
I didn't see it in the Ravens game, and I damn sure didn't see it in the Houston
Marcus,
game.
you're talking about one game. I'm talking about a whole season. I'm talking about seasons worth. Marcus, don't do this.
Now, we will see. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is we've always given the Buffalo Bills their accolades. At this stage right now, where you're at, we've seen the Buffalo Bills go to the AFC Championship. And then for 3 straight years, and then for 3 straight,
better get over the hump this year.
Okay, and then for 3 straight years, we've seen them get eliminated in the divisional round of the playoffs. And then we have all of these people that are doing backflips. Oh, this is our year. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go. But they're doing snow angels and throwing snowballs at people. And then no. And then you get your hang on.
Every single year.
And then hang on.
Marcus.
And then oh, we always have to play Kansas City in Kansas City. Oh, we always have to go on the road in the playoffs. That's not fair. We always have to play Kansas City on the road in the playoffs. We always have to play the Bengals.
You hear this?
And then you get
Marcus the alphabet that the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm not. We ain't talking about the Cowboys right now. I've accepted my fate as a Cowboy fan. And then hang on. Let me finish. And then you get eliminated at home. And Josh Allen doesn't throw a touchdown and plays a terrible game and loses to Joe Burrow, or he loses in 13 seconds, or he gets beat by Patrick Mahomes, and then y'all are harder to find than Carmen Sandiego. You're harder to find than Carmen. Then you're harder to find than Carmen Sandiego. You're harder to find than Osama bin Laden, and you're harder to find than Waldo. I've seen people, they go on sabbaticals when the Bills lose because y'all are just, oh, this is our year. We get
Marcus, hold on, let's be objective.
We finally got to choose.
Marcus, be objective. Marcus, be objective. Josh Allen lost that game for them in 13 seconds.
I don't care.
Oh, no. See, there we go. I don't care.
No, I don't.
You care.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. Did Lamar Jackson lose the game against the Eagles yesterday?
Yes.
Or is it Justin Tucker missing damn field goals when they missing Lamar. 4 field goals?
Lamar, listen, I'll be honest with you. Lamar did not play up to par like he has been against the NFC for the 22 wins that he's got against them in his one loss that he got against Daniel
He
Jones.
got them. He
No,
got
did
them
not
into.
play
Ra-
a
He got them into. He got them in the field goal range 4 or 5 times, and he statistically right now has the worst kicker statistically
And
in the
guess
NFL.
whose fault that is? Guess whose fault that is?
Okay. Okay, well then, guess whose fault it is that y'all lost in 13 seconds? If we're gonna play this game, then we're gonna play this game.
No, hold on. I get it. I get
Okay.
it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Marcus. You're making my point.
Okay.
You're the
I'm just
same one.
saying.
I'm the same one who has literally, when y'all sitting up here saying it's just Josh Allen, and I'm saying it's the whole team. I literally told you that it's a collective with the Bills' losses. The Bills' losses are collective, and here's why. Again, I'll explain this one more time for the 50th time that I've explained it. They make bad decisions in critical moments, like the Cincinnati game, picking the wrong side of the field to fucking start off the game with. Dumbasses, big dummies. Nico, are we really gonna play this game right now? The Denver game.
Going for it on your running a fake punt, running a fake punt on your own side of the field.
The Kansas City game, running a fake punt, that was the dumbest shit. I literally left the game after that because I knew they was losing. As soon as that shit happened, Ramona, as soon as that shit happened, I left and I beat the traffic going home. Literally.
If the Bills get, I want to know this from the panel because I got to get ready to get up out of here.
Mona? You
if
remember
the Buffalo Bills lose in the playoffs in an embarrassing fashion this year, if they were to lose to the Ravens or the Chiefs or the Steelers, because I don't think people are giving the Pittsburgh Steelers enough props for what they do, or the Broncos or the Chargers. If they were to lose to one of those, or the Texans, if they were to lose to one of those teams in the playoffs,
say it.
Does Sean McDermott need to get fired?
Say it.
Say it. I need to hear this.
Say it again.
I need y'all on record because y'all got photographic memory when I say stuff. Then I go, oh, I never said that, Marcus. If Sean McDermott
you already know that's documented by me. So go ahead.
I know you. I want to hear from the panel because I see some of the comments and stuff, and they say that I'm hating. If Sean McDermott goes out there and chokes, or Josh Allen goes out there and chokes this year,
yes, DJ Nico Shaw. Hold on, DJ Nico Shaw is on the line. DJ Nico Shaw, how you feel about that? What happens if the Bills lose to one of them teams early in the playoffs this year? What happens?
What happens to McDermott? Nothing.
And see, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. That's that Herm Edwards stuff with the Bengals. You know, all them years with the Bengals. Well, we're just happy to we're happy to get to the playoffs and get beat in the first round of the playoffs. That's that Jason
DJ
Garrett.
Nico Shaw, explain why you say nothing.
So let me finish what I'm about to say though. You can say the same thing about Tomlin. He's still in Pittsburgh. He's still doing the same thing he's been doing over the years. And those two are the same comparison. I love both of them.
That's it.
He won one Super Bowl, so don't even fucking compare them.
Hey, hang on though. Here's the different. Here's the thing though. Let me respond to that. I'll say it a little bit. I'll say it a little bit nicer. Here's the difference between shot. Where do we rank Josh Allen as far as quarterbacks? Where do we rank him at? Where do we rank him at?
He's top 2.
Okay. At the end of Big Ben Roethlisberger's career, who were the Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterbacks? I got it on here. No, I need Nico to answer this because you're saying Mike Tomlin's in the same boat. No, they're not in the same boat. One, like my co-host says, he is a proven. He's never had a losing season in 18 years, and he has taken garbage quarterbacks, garbage teams that have no business in the playoffs. Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. He has taken these players to the playoffs. While Sean McDermott, his entire tenure with the Buffalo Bills, has had Josh Allen. So I don't comparing Mike Tomlin to Sean McDermott is blasphemy. It's just outright asinine, ass 10, ass 11.
Hold on. Let the call it.
McDermott.
What has McDermott won?
After that, we've won. We've had above 500 every year. Made playoffs every year. So I mean,
Okay, has he won an AFC championship? Has he went to a Super Bowl? Been to 2 Super Bowls and won one?
Yeah. And how many years did it take Tomlin to get to the Super Bowl?
2 years, 2 or 3
I
years.
think Tomlin did it in his first 2.
2 years.
Yeah.
Comparing Mike Tomlin to Sean McDermott is like comparing Ford Mustang to a Lamborghini. They're both sports cars, but not really.
Go ahead, DJ Dickershaw. I get what you said, Marty.
But you go on the same fashion. So you take that quarter and you spin it back around. So what happens if McDermott wins it this year? Does everybody stop?
Look, they always say, they're always going to talk about a coach until he wins, or a quarterback. People used to say about Peyton Manning, he's great, but he can't ever win the big game. People, do y'all remember when Steve Young? Now I'm showing my age a little bit here. Do y'all remember when Steve Young, when he won his championship with the 49ers? Do you remember what he did at the end of the game?
Who?
Steve Young with the 49ers. Do you remember what he did?
What was that? What game was that? That was against.
That was the Super Bowl against the Chargers.
Oh yes, I remember.
You remember what he did at the end of the game? He had the offensive lineman come over there and get this monkey off my back because people kept saying, oh, he was playing in the shadow of Joe Montana. If he wins this year, but we also look. I know y'all don't want to hear this. Buffalo's never won. Y'all have never won. What proof do we have after 60 years of not winning the Super Bowl that Buffalo wins this year? I'm not saying that you will or that you won't. Comparing the Pittsburgh situation to the Buffalo situation, 18 years. How long has McDermott been coaching in Buffalo?
Look at my finger.
Oh, we're comparing 7 years to 18? 7 years to 18? Is that what we're comparing here? I'm just asking because that's the comparison that you made. Mike Tomlin right now is the second. Where do we rank Mike Tomlin as compared to Sean McDermott? Let me make it easy for you. If Mike Tomlin got fired today, if the Pittsburgh Steelers just said, Mike Tomlin, you're fired, and Sean McDermott got fired the same day, who do you think would get hired first?
I think they both have a job the next day.
No. Who would be sought after first? Mike Tomlin. If they both got fired today, who are you taking as your coach? Sean McDermott, who's never won anything, or Mike Tomlin? Put it in the comment section, everybody. If Mike Tomlin got fired and Sean McDermott got fired, who would get hired first? Who would be the most highly sought after coach?
See, Marcus, and here's where you might have just fucked up.
No, I got another one for you, Torch. I got another one for you, Torch. Right now, if Bill Belichick said that I want to come and coach the Buffalo Bills, do you think that Bill Belichick? You think Bill Belichick will get them over the hump? 70-year-old Bill Belichick with Josh Allen and that defense and the weapons that y'all have. You don't think that Bill Belichick would get them over the hump with that same roster?
Bill Belichick needs to go in the front office.
If Bill Belichick said, "I want to coach the Buffalo Bills," right? If he said, "I want to coach the Buffalo Bills," Bill Belichick. If he said that, Bill Belichick would get the Buffalo Bills over the hump. I'll give you another coach that if he went to the Buffalo Bills right now, there would be no doubt about it. A guy like Mike Vrabel. If you put Ben Johnson, tactician, we were just about to talk about it, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. If you put Ben Johnson on the Buffalo Bills right now as their head coach, they are favorites for the Super Bowl. If you put Mike Tomlin on the Buffalo Bills right now with their roster, with Josh Allen and them boys, because he's gonna clean up the defense. Don't ever put Mike Tomlin and Sean McDermott in the same. That's just outright disrespectful. It's just outright disrespectful. It's like comparing McDonald's to a 5-star restaurant. They are not on the same. They're not on the same level.
I don't know, man. Because what's Tomlin's record against the Bills?
Again, when you're playing with Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, again, now we talk about the MVP and if this guy had this guy. If you give Mike Tomlin, Josh Allen, and you give Sean McDermott, Kenny Pickett, who wins the game? Answer the question. If you give Mike Tomlin, Josh Allen, and you put Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky, who's a backup on y'all's team, by the way, who's a backup right now for the Buffalo Bills, you give them Mitchell Trubisky to start, and you give Mike Tomlin, Josh Allen. Who wins more games? Come on now, let's keep it real here.
You said what?
How many times did Tomlin beat McDermott?
If you put Josh Allen on the Pittsburgh Steelers and you give Sean McDermott, Mitchell Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett, who wins?
Just proved my point earlier.
No, you're proving my point because you're saying, well, how many times he beat him? Who had to? You give him an all-world quarterback? He's up there switching. Russell Wilson is the best quarterback he's had since Big Ben Roethlisberger retired. A Hall of Famer, by the way, a first ballot Hall of Famer, by the way. And since then, he's been with Duck Hodges, Kenny Pickett, Dwayne Haskins, and he still got these boys playing. If you had to start Mitchell Trubisky for 15 games, how many games do the Buffalo Bills win? Answer that question. We're having a conversation here. How many games do the Buffalo Bills win if Josh Allen gets sat down?
Five.
Okay, so you're answering my question for me. That's been the difference right there. Is that he's had a top 3 type quarterback for nearly his entire career.
How many more wins do they have? I mean, it's pretty much coinciding with what I said earlier. So if you take
except that Tomlin's doing it with backup quarterbacks. That's the difference. Except Tomlin's doing it with backup quarterbacks, and you're doing it with like you all like to say, the front runner for the MVP. Is Russell Wilson in the running for the MVP?
Oh, don't do that, Marcus, because Josh Allen is the front runner.
Okay, fine. Okay, you're making my point even more for more. When you're going out there and you're winning games with Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph, and you're still having and then I just ask you, if Mitchell Trubisky had to start for you 16 or 17 games, how many games do y'all win? And he just said 4. You just answered the damn question for me. That's been the difference. So don't bring to me the wins and losses. If Sean McDermott has another really bad season or 2 consecutive bad seasons, do you know where Sean McDermott's going to be at? Mike Tomlin's already been with the Steelers for 18 years. Let Sean McDermott have two bad seasons, or let him get his ass kicked in the playoffs this year. And let's see how many more years he coaches for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, but the point is he hasn't.
Okay, and the point is that Sean McDermott hasn't coached for 18 years with the Buffalo Bills. He's still got a long way to go.
Is it with the Buffalo Bills? So did Tomlin when he got hired at the Steelers organization. Those were both their first head coaching positions.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Do you think that Sean McDermott's going to coach 18 years for the Buffalo Bills? Do you think that Sean McDermott's going to coach 18 years for the Buffalo Bills and counting?
He might not, but if he keeps winning, he might.
Okay, I'm just saying. Mike Tomlin's his resume. He's got skins on the wall. What 2 eggs in your hand are better than 2 eggs in the bushes? An egg in the basket is better than eggs in the bushes. He doesn't have Mike Tomlin's resume whatsoever. So comparing those two, that's not good.
I would have thought that Jimmy Johnson was going to get fired for Barry Switzer. I mean, we're talking. You know what I mean? It's the same role. You know what I mean? Like McDermott could get fired because Except that Jimmy Johnson won,
and Sean McDermott has it. Again, you're comparing Sean McDermott to a coach. You're comparing Jimmy Johnson and Mike Tomlin to a coach who's won nothing. He's famous for 13 seconds. He's famous for losing to Joe Burrow. He's famous for losing to Patrick Mahomes. He's been owned by the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs.
Now he's famous for winning 5 AFC East championships in a row.
Okay. Okay.
How many
Look.
games has Sean McDermott beat the Pittsburgh Steelers?
How many times? Does anybody have the answer yet?
Sean McDermott's record versus the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, I don't know. I just looked it up. I haven't looked it up. I'm fixing a late stepper for me and Cora, so.
Yeah.
4 or some, or 5-1.
I'm just saying though, when you're out there and you're outgunned and you're outgunned by a quarterback, I would say that the comparison that I just made, give Mike Tomlin, Josh Allen, and give
Quarterbacks to Josh Allen. Even in Josh Allen's years, I believe it's probably better than 3 of the quarterbacks on my team.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mitchell Trubisky started games for the Steelers. I don't know how many games that he started for them the past couple of years. And Mitchell Trubisky's a backup on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Take
man.
Josh Allen out. Take Josh Allen out, and make Mitchell Trubisky start 15 games. And let's see how many games that they
But
win.
he's saying you making this point about Josh Allen, no.
As far as what?
MVP, so
MVP. Well, I'm saying MVP as compared to he's definitely an MVP. He's in the MVP conversation.
by the way, his record against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right either. He's played them more than twice.
I don't know because they only play every 4 years.
No,
They haven't met.
No,
They
sir.
don't-
Buffalo beat no, sir. Buffalo beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Okay.
Buffalo
They
beat
did.
Pittsburgh regular season
Okay.
twice.
Yeah.
And then he also lost to Pittsburgh the first week of the year against Pittsburgh.
2021. Me and Mona watched that game. Me and Mona watched that game together at
Yes, and
when
I was
did
there.
Ricker's
And I
Ricker's
was
wedding.
dying.
Yeah.
And I was there. I was dying because I'm like, dude, y'all came out in the beginning of the season and played this shitty after the season y'all just had. Like, what was y'all doing? Yeah, I remember that. That
That's
was
what's
terrible.
up. I gotta
That was-
get ready to get up. I gotta get ready to get up out of here. Look, everybody. This is what we do. When we all get together, we start cutting up, and next thing we know, we've been on the damn air for over 2 hours.
Yeah, Mr. Hour and a half. That's why I don't pay
That's
attention when
your
you say
damn
that.
fault. That's your damn fault. That's you. That's all on you. Look
That
at,
ain't
look
my
at
damn
you,
fault.
man.
All I know is
Look, man. Make sure that y'all tune in. George, what time are you coming back tonight to do Rise Up Late Night?
right after Monday Night Football.
Right
I'm
after
gonna go
Monday
through
Night
all the NFL games from week. What is it now? 13.
Week 13, yeah. Week 13.
I'm gonna do all that tonight because I'm feeling the
That's
spirit
what's
of
up.
giving.
The spirit of giving.
And I got a bunch of questions to ask. I got a whole list of questions to ask. I ain't even the Scroll Patrol was nice too. It was mid. The Scroll Patrol.
I think we
was
may
mid.
have gotten four. I think we may have gotten 4 topics done. Make sure y'all tune into.
Yo, wait a minute, Marcus. Before you go, just real quick, I just need you to answer this. Who gets the job first, Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. And the reason why is because. Go ahead, Mona. What did you say?
I have a question for Marcus.
What you got?
When we were doing our show Friday night, and we were doing our picks, and we came to Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, how quickly did I answer that question?
You answered it. I said I felt like Pittsburgh was the better team. I thought that a hungry, desperate Bengals team would put up more of a fight. And I mean they still I thought that they. What's that?
And what did I say?
And Pittsburgh wasn't at home. Cincinnati was at home.
Yeah.
I said they had not faced a Pittsburgh defense like that defense. Not even with the Baltimore Ravens, and I was correct.
Okay,
the
but they
same
put
thing
up the
about-
same. They put up the same amount of points on y'all that they did. That they put up the same amount of points on y'all that they did the Ravens.
Because we went into a preview day, we were no longer playing zone, we were no longer playing man. Look,
Marcus, I told you, wait a minute. Oh, whoa. Before we get off the show, Marcus the Alphabets, I told you Pittsburgh dominated Cincinnati and that those points that was late in the game is garbage time points. When they played Baltimore, that wasn't garbage time. They literally was neck and neck with Baltimore. It's not the same. If you about to make
So
that sound like
they took their foot off their neck. Is that what we're saying? Okay.
yes, Pittsburgh did for sure.
The AFC North,
Yes.
the best two defenses in the AFC North is the Cleveland Browns defense, where they have an offense who can beat the chains, and the Pittsburgh Steelers defense when they have an offense that can move the chains. Period.
I agree. I totally agree. You're preaching to the choir. I totally agree with you. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all tune in tonight. Rise Up Late Night. Torch will be back. Make sure y'all show him some love. I don't know if I'll be there, but I'll be in the comment section harassing y'all. I'll be up in there. Make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow morning around 10 Eastern time for Alphabets Football Show Coffee Talk. Make sure that y'all tune in Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the Alphabets Football Show with me and my lovely co-hosts as we break down week 13 and make our predictions for week 14. We appreciate everybody who comes through and shows support for Rise Up Family Alphabets Football Show. And if you need Rise Up merch, get with me. I still do Rise Up merch. If you want a Rise Up hoodie, Rise Up t-shirts, get a hoodie, get your damn hoodie. Torch, you got a couple of Rise Up hoodies. Get that, it's getting cold outside. Get you that stuff. Get you your Alphabets Football Show merch. It helps us out, okay? We
and if you're in the 716 region, you can get them too.
That's right.
Exclusively
show some love and rock it, man. It helps out with stuff. You know? We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tonight. Torch, what time are you going to be? You said right after the game. Make sure right after the game, Torch will be going live. Make sure y'all show him some love. Get up in the comment section and interact. Okay. Much love to everybody. Thanks for the callers. And we're up out of.
And we had callers on callers on callers. And I appreciate the support. DJ Nico Shaw, my guy. Listen, I real quick before I go, I just want to give my brother his flowers straight up. He is one of the sole reasons that I started DJing. He doesn't know this. I didn't tell him this, but I'm going to tell him on the public forum now that he is one of the sole reasons why I wanted to start DJing. And shout out the Yings for giving me my first opportunity at DJing. So there you go. There you have it. Make sure you go support them both. Shout out to my man DJ Nico Shaw, who be killing it in this city with the DJing. And shout out to Yings.
Come on, Tiffany, yo.
I'm off the Tiffany, yo. All right, Brody. Listen, Marcus the Alphabets is always real. Ramona Die is always real. Make sure you have that conversation. Let's get it back. Let's get it back one time for the one time. The Super Friends, one time for the one time on that. I'm waiting. Say it.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. We'll see y'all later, man. Y'all have a good night.
Love you too, Mona. Are we gonna see you? I was waiting for the see you part, man.
I'm sorry. See you.